Songs of the ocean, songs of the earth. Luckily, that pretty much includes everything except space. We'll leave the explanation for galaxy time, but for now, we start our adventure in Hanalei, Kauai. It's where you go when you need access to the end of civilization. Hanalei Town. Nice playing, gang. Man, welcome folks to episode 20, live-ish from SpragueLand, Ocean Song, Earth Song. That first song was called Hanalei Town, and we played a live concert yesterday, and man, that was new territory playing live. You actually finish a song, people applaud. Well, actually, I shouldn't say only there that they applaud. Our crew here, the switcher guy and my wife Stephanie, they supply the clapping here live at SpragueLand. We love it, you guys. It's sort of like we're on tour. We rehearsed a couple days ago, did the live gig, and then now we're doing now, and we're getting, that's the modern day version of a tour, 3 things in a row. Love it. We are here at SpragueLand. We're all isolated, even though we all are vaccinated, but we're isolated. That's just how we roll with our streams here. So we have people in all the different rooms, and it's too much fun. Tell us where you're from. If you put in the chat, if you're chat savvy, tell us where you're from, and your little location will light up on the screen at some point. It's pretty cool. Let me tell you who's in the band. On the drums, out in the drum room. That's a room, a building over that way from me. That's Duncan Moore on the drums. Yeah.
Thank you.
Duncan.
Yeah.
What's it like playing live? Was that your first gig the other night?
Well, more or less. I mean, to be in front of an open to the public kind of gig. Yeah, it was definitely the first, and it was unusual. I mean, I loved it. The human interaction thing is what I missed more than anything. I mean, we've been able to play music here, so I didn't really miss the playing as much. But just being in front of an audience, and you're right. The applause thing is just so strange. It was. You
mean
like
to not have it, and then all of a sudden to have it.
Yeah, at first, after that first song, I heard, I thought something had happened to the PA, and there was like some bad wiring or something, and then I realized, oh, wait a minute, that's coming from the audience.
They like the little jazz sound behind.
But I have to say though, the one thing that I haven't missed in the last year and a half is schlepping drums.
I hear you. I was thinking the same thing with all the gear that I had to set up here at the live streams, folks. We get just to keep it, like his drum set has been set up there for months. It's awesome.
Yeah,
he just comes in, turns on the air conditioner, right?
That's right. And I noticed after a year and a half of not schlepping drums, they've gotten a lot heavier in the last year and a half. So.
Right on. That's Duncan on the drums. Yeah.
Can I add one real quick thing?
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Barbara's sister, Joanne, who's celebrating a birthday today.
Nice.
And I told her I'd give her a shout out.
Right on. Good. Barbara is Duncan's significant better half. All right. Gunnar.
Definitely better.
On the bass. Gunnar Biggs is on the bass, ladies and gents.
Hello, you all. How you doing?
And Gunnar, what's going on this summer? What's news on your front?
Well, actually, since the shutdown, we've started a thing on my front porch. We call it Porchella. And we've been,
Clever.
I live on a cul-de-sac, so we tell our neighbors it's going to be a block party, and it's really good. This group, other group I work with, this mandolin player, Mondo Basso, Bill Bradbury on mandolin.
Right, Bill.
We actually recorded a new album over the period in my backyard, in the garage, or on the porch.
That's where you recorded?
That's where we recorded, and we were able to just leave ambient noise. At one point, I live near a fire station, and the sirens went off during this thing that I do in D minor. It was kind of dark, and it actually added to it, so we left that in, birds chirping, the dogs walking back and forth.
Love it.
It's great there, and on this series, we've had 12 of them now, or this would be 12. I lost count. But
do you live stream, or is it just?
No, it's just a concert for the neighborhood, and people pull their cars in. Speaking of applause, we actually get horns honking, afterwards, which was kind of weird to get. But Eric Foster, this guitar player, is going to be up there.
Nice.
And Robin Henkel. I've been working with his blues band before the shut. In fact, the last gig I played before the shutdown was with Robin.
Okay.
So he's coming back up there. And on a lighter note, we have a thing we call BGB, and it's called the Baroque Garage Band.
Okay, Baroque Garage Band.
And some friends of mine, oboe, flute, harpsichord and myself, and we rehearsed in my garage. The garage has turned out to be a real nice little thing there. So, but it was all Baroque music.
I love it.
So it's a nice lift for me to do that. And yeah, Bonnie puts the word out, and people pull up in their cars, and we're getting pretty good thing. We're going to continue that after this too, because the neighbors are going more.
That's it.
So it's kept us playing, and there was actually applause last time because it's loosening up. But we've been keeping the family together and keeping the music together that way.
Love hearing it.
Yeah.
Great to have you with us on this series of gigs. It's awesome.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Yeah. And John Offercook, everyone on the piano. John Offercook. So we had dinner beforehand, and John got into a thing. He's got a great last name, Offercook, spelled Opferkuch, and he was saying how often people mispronounce it. So John, give us some of the top 10.
I don't know if I can in this polite forum.
Oh, because they all go nasty.
Well,
Okay, well.
Offerkuch.
And you said cook. I like
Offerkuch is popular. Offercock. Offenbach. Offenbach. I've heard it all.
Yeah.
You name it.
All right. Well, great to have you with us, John. You having to learn some hard tunes, and I really appreciate it. Great to have you. Look, I'm going to check in with my wife, Stephanie. She's our chatmeister. And Steph, how's the sound?
Yes, our live stream Sprague certified specialist, Peter Rahill, says it's primo.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. We're off. Sometimes we don't know exactly, but we trust Peter's ears. He's got fancy speakers hooked right up to his rig, and he thanks Peter for that. All right, let's continue playing. That first one again was called Hanalei Town. Next is a song that it turns out that when you get these kind of intervals, that's a minor and a major third together. Usually they want to just hang alone. When you get them together in a melodic line, it produces sort of the equivalent of a basement musty taste of sonic, not bliss, but possibly mold. And here's a 12-bar blues that explores that reality. This is called Dank. We're ready. Yeah, that was a funny thing, folks out in the world checking us out. We had a cue that I was supposed to. Everyone thought that I made the cue, but I started singing the blues, man. I had nowhere else to go. I kept thinking I need more energy, and I thought, well, I'll sing this next phrase, and they thought I was taking the cue, but it worked out. It's kind of. Did you think that I was yelling the cue down?
Well, I wasn't sure at first, but I just, when in doubt, keep playing, right?
I loved it. It kind of made it empty all of a sudden. It was awesome.
It was Dank.
That was Dank. There was a lot of squirrely notes in there. I loved it. Folks, we're going to tune in. We have in the house our resident tech guru, Digital Brian, and he's the one that codes as we're playing. He's coding and making adjustments to his map app that's called I'm From. Let's tune in with Brian. Hey, Brian.
They think you're joking, but it's honestly serious. Many times I am sitting there hacking on the code trying to get things to work. Okay, so anyway, we have good representation tonight. Notice we've got two different colors of bubbles out there this evening, and we'll get to the blue bubbles later. But you are definitely the purple bubbles, and we've got a lot of good people here this evening. We got kind of a cross-section across the world. Of course, we got to give homage to Aubrey Johnson. Now, I don't know. She's from all over, right? Apparently in Green Bay. And this evening, got Shar Dyer again out in Hawaii. We've got representation. Christie's up in Montreal. People, Elizabeth Glazier looks like up over in Washington. Number of different people in the Midwest. A big, solid standing down in Southern California, of course. And we have Matt Ashworth is listening
from New Zealand.
It's Bandung, Indonesia. Bandung, Indonesia. We're going to have to, check this place out. But it looks like, again, a primo surf spot.
Yeah.
So,
good.
Yeah, so anyway, it's looking real good. Thanks again, people, for dialing in. I think we're fast approaching the 100 viewer mark right now, so that's fantastic. That's it for right now. Thanks.
Okay, thanks. Digital Brian, he'll be back, of course. He'll have some new code for us by the next tune. Yeah. Hey, how about, can you flash Digital Brian's photo up there so they know who's talking?
Who is that man?
Yeah, he's got a red shirt on. We just took these photos just a second ago. No? Oh, you got it. Oh, there he is. He's a sweet man. I've known him forever. Stoked to have him in the house. All right, we're going to do a Jimmy Webb classic tune. This is called Wichita Lineman. Nice. Thank you so much, folks. Thank you. That was Wichita Lineman, Jimmy Webb. Pat Metheny once said, I read that he's really into that tune, and every tune that he writes strives to be Wichita Lineman. Love that. We play, hey, this is just came in the mail yesterday. This is an organization called Music Reports. I don't know if you can see that. These are 2 checks that I got for royalties, and it's an all-time event. $2.72 from Amazon. That's this one. This one is 3 cents from. I'm not sure how. So, just to let you know that's the potential situation of finances for recordings. And I say this because we here at SpragueLand are playing for tips. We have a virtual tip jar. It has QR codes, which is a modern thing. You put your phone up to it. It happily connects to our PayPal or Venmo account. People also send in snail mail. Zelle works. But we really thank you. You guys have been so great, and we are able to make a little bit of money, and it's also so fun to pay with these new modern ways of paying. It's just like a game show. There's a lot of reward. So please tip, and we're going to leave that information up at the end of the show, so you can kind of keep relaxing. We're going to tune in with my wife Stephanie. She does a bunch of cool things here on our program. She sort of designs the sets and the lighting, and she also runs the chat, so we're going to tune in with her right now. What's up, Steph?
Hey. Yes, we have a couple musicians checking in here, which is always fun to hear. Barnaby Finch.
Barnaby.
Yeah.
He's going to be here tomorrow recording at 11 a.m. I hope you still remember. Yeah.
Peter Rahill, Charlene Dyer.
Nice.
And of course, Aubrey Johnson, our guest vocalist. I know. And sorry if I'm missing anybody else, but a lot of enthusiastic chatters out there. We just love that. And it seems like the Baltzar family's having a little private joke going on, but yeah. Very, very nice to hear from everybody. Hope everyone is staying healthy and safe, and yeah, they're enjoying the show.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to talk about, Steph, Brian's
newsletter? Yes, I had mentioned this a few times before, but I thought I would bring it up again. And he sends out email blast newsletter before the concert, and he talks about what's coming up. He talks about his technology that we are working on in the studio as well as he's working on. And if you would like to join that newsletter, we have the slide up, Brian at absurd.net. You can see that. And he put a funny few descriptions of his own.
Read those. Read a couple to me, the funniest ones.
Anecdotal, retro humor, trench details on show prep, endless banter. They could see it, but it's clever. It's very clever. And I'll have to add a few things. He puts these photographs on there that are beautiful and amazing. And then he puts a lot of pop culture as well as historical things about musicians and music. It's very interesting. And yeah, Steve wanted to mention something.
Yeah.
I just want to mention the last bullet on Brian's slide here. You'll also see, past installments include behind-the-scenes look at Duncan's foot pedal. Boy, you don't want to miss that.
Trust me, it's not that exciting. I see it all the time.
Well done. Well done. So thank you, Steph, for that. And yes, Brian's a great writer, man. I think he's got always interesting sort of subjects and things to say. So tune into that if you feel good about it. We are going to do next a song of mine that's called the Ocean Song, Earth Song, sort of the title of this live stream. This song, what it first came in. You guys ever heard of that beret by Bach? that thing has this bridge that goes. And that is a psychedelic killer, super balanced progression that I just had to make a bossa nova samba out of it. So this piece is called Ocean Song, Earth Song, direct Bach ripoff, and I named it for these folks, these good folks that ran when I grew up in Del Mar, and they had a bookstore there called the Ocean Song, Earth Song Bookstore, Ocean Song Gallery. And we have some pictures that I'm going to share because I just got to, you got to see this. Okay, so the first picture that you're looking at is the side of the building. You guys probably recognize it if you've cruised through Del Mar. That's, go to the next one, Steve. That's Jim Meadows, and that's Virginia Igonda. They're the owners of the place, and that's back in the early days, because you'll see as time marches on, they get looking a little older. Next slide, please. That's what it looks like inside the store, and you can see it's a lot of ethnic stuff, just an array of stuff to buy and rip off. And that's Virginia in her later years, and she's sold these cool drums that she was from Argentina, and she imported them. That's the crew that worked there, Virginia in the middle, and I think that's her daughter on the right-hand side, no, the left-hand side. Next one. And that is also the place where we started our tradition of playing the annual Christmas concerts. And there you see Kevin Hennessy on the left playing bass, my brother Trip, me, my dad with the hat and the cool, my dad just was a totally cool guy. And that is a 4-year-old kid playing recorder. And that's Brian, Digital Brian's son, Jacob, who now works for Apple. And that was his one and only live performance debut. Brian.
He was practicing his long tones that day, I recall. So it was pretty
we
much
have a
one
recording
tone.
of that somehow.
He turned out to be a great kid.
Great kid,
Yep.
and he had great roots. So that's how long I've known Brian. I knew him before Jacob even existed. It's really cool. And last slide, that's Virginia in front of these beautiful yellow trees. She's was a total naturalist, great spirit. That's Virginia of the Golden Trees, the Earth Song Bookstore. Okay, next one is, I think that's it. That's it. Okay, good. So we're going to play this song, Earth Song, Ocean Song, Earth Song, Bach ripoff number 653, reference D5-2B. Okay. Yep.
One more.
Yes.
Duncan, nice solo.
How about a solo for Duncan? And for Duncan. Nice. That was Ocean Song, Earth Song. Thanks so much.
Peter, somebody was asking if this is being played live, and yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it will be available on YouTube later. Someone had that question as well.
It will, yeah. It does. It plays live now, and it forever lives on. Unless we get taken off for some reason that we had one video get taken off because we used a snippet of actual Pat Metheny music, and we used his version, and I learned our lesson, and we got it taken off. So listen, let's see. We're gonna do next our favorite new guest. This is Aubrey Johnson. And I first have to tell you, I heard about her. Brian had heard about her. She lives in New York City, and we contacted her and asked if she wanted to be a guest. And super cool. She's doing a song by her. It's her uncle, and that's Lyle Mays. And Lyle Mays, if you guys know Pat Metheny and how we're super into Pat Metheny, well, for all those years, Lyle was Pat Metheny's other person in the band that was doing a lot of the writing and arranging. Incredible pianist, brought such incredible stuff to that music. So Aubrey and I got a chance, I think it was yesterday, we talked on the phone, and we're going to share that little chat that we had so you get to know her a little better. This is Aubrey Johnson. Take it away, guys. So Aubrey, thank you so much for making the time to not only do the track, but to hang with us this afternoon.
My pleasure. It's so great to be here.
Where are you right now?
I'm actually in Wisconsin, where I'm from.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Are you just visiting your folks, or?
Yep, just here to visit.
Neat.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get a sense of what your roots are, because you come from strong lineage, it seems. And where did you grow up?
I was born in the Chicago area, and then I mostly grew up outside of Green Bay. Because my mom's family is from northern Wisconsin, where my uncle Lyle is also from.
Yeah. Is he from Eau Claire?
No, he's not from Eau Claire. It's a small town called McAllister.
Okay.
Close to like the border of Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Okay. How are you related?
He's my uncle. He's my mom's brother.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Is your mom musical too?
Yeah, she's very talented singer and pianist, although that's not what she chose to pursue for her career, but
yeah,
she's really talented, yeah.
Before that, I'm sorry, how did you get into music?
Well, I was always into music since I was little. I started singing when I was, as soon as it was possible to sing, I guess, when I was 4 or something.
Yeah.
And then I started taking piano lessons from a local piano teacher when I was 7. And then I just got really into singing on my own. I really wanted to be a pop singer, and I was singing pop all the time, recording myself on my tape recorder after school. And then when I was around 13, I think, my mom put me in jazz, piano, and voice lessons with a wonderful teacher from Green Bay named Chris Salerno.
Okay.
He was an amazing influence on me.
Yeah. In those early times, was Uncle Lyle part of the scene with you?
Only at like family gatherings and holidays. He was very busy. Like, when I was growing up in the 90s, that was like the heyday of the Pat Metheny group. So he was always on the road.
Yeah.
But it was always so exciting to go to his concerts and have any chance to see him at all.
And did he like the idea that you were playing music?
He did, but I don't think that he knew how serious I was about it until I
Uh-huh.
went to college for jazz. It was sort of like my mom and him were catching up, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Aubrey's going to major in jazz voice at Western Michigan," and he's like, "Wait, what?" I just thought this was like a a hobby for her. So then I got
Oh,
serious, and then he and I got close. He started contacting me a lot. He called me. I remember being in my dorm room and getting a call from my uncle, like he's like, "So like, I hear you're a jazz major. Like, what's this about?" And that was the start of a very long friendship, mentorship.
nice.
Hmm.
Oh, because you guys shared that thing.
Yeah. Hmm.
Then tell me what happened after you got out of college. Are you living in New York City now?
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
am. I went straight to graduate school at New England Conservatory in Boston right after I finished, and
Okay.
I did a master's degree in jazz voice there.
Okay.
Studied with a bunch of amazing people. Yeah, and then I stayed in Boston for 2 more years. I got hired at Berkeley um,
Ah,
around that time, and became a voice instructor there. And then I already had plans to move to New York, so I moved to New York, and I was commuting back and forth to teach at Berkeley 1 or 2 days a week.
how about performing? I mean, there hasn't been any of late, but before
Yeah.
that, it-
Bef-
tell me about that.
So I just released my first record March 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic. But prior to that, I had been performing in New York City a lot with my band, a sextet with piano, bass, drums, violin, and bass, clarinet, saxophone, and voice.
And
I,
you doing the composing and
I
stuff,
do the
or
composing and arranging. Yeah.
love it?
Yeah, totally. They're just an amazing group of people that I got to work with on many different gigs, like the same set of people. So we really formulated a great band sound. And when we finally went to record, it was, just felt super organic and easy.
Who produced it?
Steve Rodby, yeah,
Yeah,
the bass player of the Pat Metheny group, and also
sure. Yeah,
was
yeah,
Lyle's best friend.
yeah. You chose him as a producer. What did he bring to the table for you?
I just trust his ears and his opinions about music, like just as much as I trust my own or more, you know? So
Yeah,
it's great to feel like you're just on the same page with somebody,
yeah.
And
You and Lyle get to play together?
yeah, we
In
did. A few very important moments we got to play together. It wasn't many, but they were very memorable and
uh-huh.
amazing. I'm having a CD release concert in New York on October 7th. It's a ways away now, but it's going to be at Rockwood Music Hall. And even though my album came out a year and a half ago, that's the rescheduled date. So it's out there. It's called Unraveled, and
Okay.
it's on any streaming service. You can get the physical copies on Bandcamp or Amazon or Outside In Music, which is the record label that it's on.
Well, listen, we had a rehearsal yesterday, and the track works great. You sound fantastic, and
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you. Yeah, I can't wait. Thank you so much for having me. All right.
Okay, so long.
Thanks, Peter.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you, Aubrey. And here's a piece that Lyle Mays wrote. It's called August, and it's a gorgeous piece. 2 bars in front. Here it is. Yeah, thank you.
You know, Peter, I was thinking, I think Aubrey is a triple threat. Now, here's the reason why. You know, she's got this angelic voice, you know, she's highly trained.
Yeah.
But probably one of the more important things that you and I probably see in life is if you have a solid demeanor, you know, the world is yours. And I think she has that as well. So there's the three. Triple threat.
Beautiful, thanks. Aubrey Johnson, she's got a new record coming out. Or actually it's out and they're starting to celebrate it. Yeah, look for that. And Aubrey, thank you so much. And hi to your parents too. You said you were visiting your parents and you were going to watch with them, so that's really cool. We so appreciate you being with us. All right, so we're going to check in. Stephanie, everything okay on your front?
Everything's great. Yep.
Okay. We just let you know again, we play for tips of the modern variety, and there will be a tip jar at the end of the loop to give you directions. But in the meantime, we have one more song, but we're going to turn it over to Brian, Digital Brian. He's got a few things to share that have to do with ocean song, earth song.
Okay. So I was thinking about this with the theme of this show. It's like, okay, what can we do that kind of goes this direction? So I thought, the thing to do is look at the 7 wonders of the world. But when I looked up the 7 wonders of the world, I realized there are no 7 wonders of the world. They change on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And over the last 200 years, there was 7 wonders. And then furthermore, there's different categories. But luckily for us, there's 2 categories. One is the natural wonders of the world, and then the wonders of the underwater world. So I decided we'd take a look at some of these different places because most of the people like myself probably haven't seen some of these. Now there are people in the northern climates like Aubrey and Chrissy would probably have seen the Aurora Borealis. And if you've never seen this, it's a sight to see. You know, the northern lights, and it's actually in the Arctic and in Antarctica. And
show it on the map.
Okay, yes. Okay, let me go ahead and let's take a look at that. So I put that up somewhere in Canada because it can be seen anywhere up there. Got it. Now the Grand Canyon, of course, everybody knows that's down in Arizona, but some of the pictures, the way it's carved through with the Colorado River is just phenomenal. You know, it's just unbelievable. Mm-hmm. The only recommendation I have is don't go there in the summer. It is really hot.
Well, it's hot where you live too. Yeah. You live in Palm Springs, and it's
balmy 120 degrees. Now over here, Great Barrier Reef, I'm sure it's down here by Australia. Everybody has probably heard of this. It's just staggering, and it really does look that way. I had a friend that went there, took underwater pictures. Looks exactly like that. Wow. The Rio Harbor kind of speaks for itself. It's down in Rio de Janeiro, and this is just a beautiful sight. You're out there over the city, over the harbor, and it's just gorgeous. Mm-hmm. Again, these are natural sites, right? Mount Everest. Can't argue with that.
Where is Mount Everest?
Mount Everest, we got to take a look. That is actually down over in Nepal.
Okay.
So
where is it on the map?
I
like the map.
Dead center, right there. See, India's around there, kind of wedged between India and China.
Nice.
And then one of the locations, which I did never hear of, is Parachutin is actually what the name of this place was. And it's a natural occurring volcano that is just staggering, you know.
And where is that?
Just huge. This is in Mexico. It's about 200 miles from Mexico City.
Okay.
Victoria Falls, and the reason this is so staggering, this is, and first of all, we should take a look again. Where is that, you were saying? Victoria Falls is down in southern Africa. And when I think of falls, we always think of Niagara Falls. Well, Victoria Falls what's amazing about this is this falls is 1 mile long. So this is one long falls.
I mean, it falls a mile down?
Yes.
Or
No,
across?
it's across. It's
Okay.
a mile across, yeah.
I'd like to go surf there.
Okay, so that takes care of the natural wonders of the world. Then the wonders of the underworld. Now this, I've heard so many stories about this when we lived in Hawaii. Palau is just a staggeringly beautiful place with these tropical islands. And I would agree with them. It's pretty amazing. Belize Barrier Reef, now you may think that, let's take a look at the location again. Belize, again, is over here, right? So it's not the Great Barrier Reef. It's basically down in the Gulf. But as reefs are, it looks very similar except for the different wildlife that's there. Here you see a bunch of different rays that aren't there in the other spot. Great Barrier Reef also made it in both of these lists, which is staggering.
So that's a must-see.
Yes. Now this one was the odd one, which I said, why would this be a famous place? So they said deep sea vents, and I just put one down in
near
Hawaiian
Charmin
Island.
Dyer.
In Char's backyard, as a matter of fact. So I put one of these down. Now it ends up that these are really a ticket for a lot of things, and you may think, why is this important? Well, it's important because they emit all sorts of elements, and specifically kind of the whole world now is driven by lithium. You know, you have lithium batteries in all of your different devices. You
Lithium meds.
and that, yeah, so you
keep
might
you
want to go scuba
balanced.
diving around there if you have other issues. It may help you. But all the different electronics gear is driven by this element. Well, it is bubbling out of here in droves. So this is kind of the new frontier in terms of driving the new generation of electronics. Galapagos Islands, everybody learned about this in grade school, right? You know, Charles Darwin, you know, we know all about that. This one I never heard of. Dead center down in Russia, Lake Baikal.
Yep.
And Lake Baikal ends up having, it's a gorgeous looking lake, but it's so large that it has 23% of the world's fresh lake water. 23% of all the fresh water
In the
world is sitting in that lake. So that's phenomenal. Northern Red Sea, I took this picture. It ends up, Northern Red Sea is, again, coral. And so I took a picture above because we saw two different reefs.
Yeah.
But it looks very similar to like the Great Barrier Reef and the Belize Reef as well.
Okay.
So that's kind of a little bit of tour with the ocean, you know, Earth Song, Ocean Song, got a little bit of feel for different places. Hope you enjoyed your tour.
Yeah.
All right, and
Thank
that's it
you,
for
Brian.
now. Yeah.
There's Brian, Digital Brian. The man with dwells into concepts. Really cool. Hey, we're gonna do one more song, but we're gonna do a CD giveaway. The CD that we're gonna give away is an early one of ours called "Space Between Two Thoughts." Duncan, you remember that record?
Oh yeah,
That's right when you joined the band, I think.
I remember it very well. You know what's weird though? I was thinking the other day, I couldn't remember where we recorded it.
At Fanfare.
What? Are you sure? Really?
Pretty sure. Fanfare Studios in Claremont Mesa, and.
No, Fanfare was in El Cajon.
You're totally right. You're totally right. I'm wrong. It wasn't Fanfare. It was that one called.
Wasn't that the one where John's
Slavicek.
Art or Slavicek's
Yes.
partner? He worked there as a.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember what that was called though.
Checkfield.
No, but the studio
But the
was
studio,
called.
yeah. But anyway, it's a pretty fun record. We were young hippies and singing about new age kind of concepts, but with all these Chick Corea chords mixed in. It was a real odd mix. But that CD will be yours, and what you have to do is you have to guess what this sound that Brian is going to play. It's a natural wonder, or it's a sound of the natural world, and he's going to play this sound, and you have to guess what it is. So, Steve-O, you set up for Brian to play a sound?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so it's
Mic on.
so it's quiz time. All right. So
Quiz time.
All right. So what we have here is the name of the game is that people have to. You're looking at here. We have this whole ocean song, earth song vibe going on, right? So what I'm going to do is give you more ocean sounds and songs, but I guess they're songs to somebody. So I'm going to give you a mystery.
I'm sorry, you were just going to give us the one sound.
Well, for right now, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you one sound.
Oh, okay, got it.
This is just an example to kind of test your wits on the skills of this game. Okay, so I'm going to give you a sound now. Here's mystery sound number 1.
I know what that is.
Okay, what do you think it is?
That's a submarine.
Sonar.
Okay,
Sonar.
you got it right.
Okay, give me one more and then...
Okay, all right. Next up, here we go. Another one. Mystery sound number 2.
Steve, do you hear it?
Yeah.
Some sort of animal.
I don't think it's a whale. Dolphin, maybe?
You should have thought the first one. That is a humpback whale.
I thought it was Jacob playing a recording solo.
Okay, well, what's the sound that the winner gets the space between two thoughts?
Okay,
What's
so
that
that's the vibe of the quiz. Now here it is. So this is now we're going to do an Earth song, and this is the big winner for the CD. Okay, so is everybody ready? Listen, this is a hard one. You're really going to have to think about this. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right.
So we're going to play this song, and the first person to put in the chat the correct answer, and we'll revisit it after the song, is going to be a winner. This is a Beatles song called Norwegian Wood. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. much. Man, I almost forgot what song we were playing. We were getting so going there. That's Norwegian Wood. Let me tell you what's up, folks. Let me tell you who's in the band first. We have got John Offercook playing the piano tonight.
Fantastic.
Hey, Jerry Cave wrote in what John's name means in German.
Oh, let me get that. Hold on a second.
Jerry.
John. And he's from Germany, so he knows. Okay. So
I know the answer to this.
Do you? How come?
Okay, well, let me
Because
read
I looked it up.
When did you look it up?
Forever ago, yeah.
So,
It means sacrificial cake.
yes, that's it.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You've heard of sacrificial lamb.
I respect you even more now.
John Offercook on the piano, Duncan Moore on the drums. How's that? Duncan Moore on the drums. Gunnar Biggs playing the bass. Gunnar Biggs, all right. And let me tell you who's in the crew. That's Brian, Digital Brian, of course, working the magic with the code and the map app. I'm here. That's Digital Brian. My wife, Stephanie Flory. Chat My Mistress. And Steve Grant. Hey, Steve, shine a picture of who. There you go. Oh, that's Steve working the machine. All right. Hey, let's check in with Brian. Who won the CD? Oh, well, first off, what is the answer, Brian?
You're going to have to read some of these answers. It was just absolutely fantastic.
Okay, read them all.
Barnaby Finch says it's a calving glacier. Calving glacier. There are other ones. There's like definitely things I never. Avalanche, geyser, a whale sneezing, oatmeal in the microwave. Another one was that it was Peter's internet connection seizing up and blowing up.
Like
it did have a little bit of that feel.
Right?
One was a sleeping whale, angry dolphins. I mean, it just went on and on.
Very nice. Anyone get the right one?
Yes, and the right answer is Peter Rahill. He was the man who
Peter
swept
Rahill,
in.
we know. He's
That's
Coronado
not the answer,
Pete.
That's the person who got the answer. What is the answer?
What is the answer? Okay, bring up the image here. Okay.
Do we have an image for it?
Well,
bring up
my screen. Yeah, my screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So here it was. Sound as we did before, and then the answer is a tornado. I was going to give
Peter
it.
Rahill. Hey, Peter, send me a note, remind me, and I'll send you that CD. It's a collector's item. That's bad. Thank you for being so smart. We love it. Let's see. We play for tips. The tip jar will stay up after we after we sort of disappear. So if you want to chime into that, we would super appreciate it. You saw those royalty checks. That's the nature of the music business. Next up, coming to Live-ish at SpragueLand is we've got Lars Hofst. He's a cello player. Bridget Dolkus, violinist. Duncan on vibes and percussion, me on guitar. It's a program called Rendezvous in Real Time. That's at the end of the month. I think that's it, folks. We had a great time. It's wonderful to be with you. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of the whole band, keep the sky in your head. Ocean song, earth song. Adios. Thank you.